In this exciting Baku Open 2025 Group a round 3 clash, Aswath and Bernadskiy enter the Queen's Indian defense fianchetto variation. On d4. Knight f6. On c4. On e6. Knight f3. On b6 leads us into Queen's Indian defense fianchetto variation. On g3. Bishop b4 check. Bishop d2. Bishop takes d2 check. Queen takes d2. On c6. Bishop g2. On d5. Queen c2. King castled kingside. Knight bd2. Bishop b7. King castled kingside. Knight bd7. On b4. Queen e7. Queen b2 it is novelty move. Rook fe8. On e3. On a5. Threatening pawn takes b4. On a3 played by Aswath. On takes b4. On takes b4. On takes c4. Knight takes c4. Knight d5. Knight fe5. Aswath intends to play. Rook takes a8. Bishop takes a8. Knight takes d7. Queen takes d7. On e4. Knight c7. Knight takes b6 and put immense pressure on the opponent. Knight takes e5 played by Bernadskiy. On takes e5. Bishop a6. Bishop takes d5. On takes d5. Knight takes b6. Bishop takes f1. Knight takes a8. Bishop h3. Bernadskiy considers playing. Queen b7. Queen a2. Rook b8. Queen a7. Queen takes b4. Queen takes b8 check. Queen takes b8 and increase their advantage significantly. Knight b6 played by Aswath. Queen e6. Bernadskiy's idea is to play. Queen f5. On f4. Queen d3. Queen f2. On h6 and seize the initiative. Queen d4 played by Aswath. On h6. On b5 do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Bernadskiy? On takes b5 is the correct move because Knight takes d5. Queen takes e5. Queen takes e5. Rook takes e5. Knight f4. Bishop f5 position is equal. Let's explore the main game. On b5. Aswath is planning to play. On takes c6. Queen takes c6. Knight takes d5 and seize the initiative. Queen f5 is a mistake played by Bernadskiy. Bernadskiy is looking to play. Queen f3. Queen e4. On takes e4. On takes c6. Queen g2 mate and secure a stronghold in the game. On takes c6 played by Aswath. Queen c2 take a moment to spot the best move for Aswath. Queen a4 is the right idea because Queen e2. Knight takes d5. Queen f3. Knight f4. Bishop f5. On c7 Aswath have small advantage. Let's proceed to the main variation. Queen c2. Knight takes d5 slightly worse move played by Aswath. Queen takes c6. Knight f4. Threatening knight takes h3. Bishop f5 played by Bernadskiy. Rook e1. Queen c7. Rook d1. Queen takes e5. Queen takes e5. Rook takes e5. Rook d8 check. King h7. Rook d5. Threatening rook takes e5. Rook takes d5 played by Bernadskiy. Knight takes d5. Bishop e4. Threatening bishop takes d5. Knight c3 played by Aswath. Threatening knight takes e4. Bishop f3 played by Bernadskiy. Knight b5. On g5. Knight d4. Threatening knight takes f3. Bishop b7 played by Bernadskiy. On f3. King g6. King f2. King f6. On e4. On g4. Knight f5. Aswath is aiming to play. Knight takes h6. On takes f3. King takes f3 and seizes the initiative. On takes f3 played by Bernadskiy. King takes f3. King e5. Knight takes h6. Bishop takes e4 check. King g4. Do not rush. Can you find the strongest move for Bernadskiy? On f6 is the right idea because King h5. King e6. King g4. Bishop g6. King f4. Bishop c2 position is equal. Let's go to the main variation. King g4. Bishop d5 slightly worse move played by Bernadskiy. On f6 check. King g6. Bishop e4 check. King g7. Bishop f3. Think carefully what is the best move for Aswath. On h4 is best move here because King e6. Knight g8. On f5. King g6. Bishop b7. Knight f6. Aswath have small advantage. Let's proceed to the main game. Aswath considers playing Knight g4 check. King d4. King takes f6 and gain a significant edge. Bishop f3 played by Bernadskiy. Knight g8 is an inaccurate played by Aswath. Threatening knight takes f6. On f5 played by Bernadskiy. Knight e7. King e4. Knight g6. Bishop g4. King f6. Aswath is looking to play King g5. King e3. Knight e7. Bishop h3. Knight takes f5 check. King e4. Knight h4 and take decisive advantage. King e3 played by Bernadskiy. King e5. Stop here and find the strongest move for Bernadskiy. King f2 is the correct move because Knight f4. King f3. King e6. King f2. King f6. King f3 position is equal. Let's explore the main variation. King e5. Aswath considers playing knight h4, bishop h3, knight takes f5 check, and increase their advantage significantly. Bishop h3 is a critical mistake, played by Bernadskiy. Knight f4. Threatening knight takes h3. Bishop g4 played by Bernadskiy. On h4. King f3. On h5. Aswath's idea is to play on h6. King takes g3. On h7. Bishop h3. On promotes to queen at h8 and increase their advantage significantly. Bishop takes h5 played by Bernadskiy. Knight takes h5. King g4. King f6. Aswath might go for King g6. On f4. On takes f4 and dominate the board. King takes h5 played by Bernadskiy. King takes f5. King h6. On g4. King g7. King e4. Aswath claimed a well-earned victory.